Welcome to my site and my video. You were looking to purchase a property in Phelan, California, San Bernardino County. Good for you. There are 4 programs available in Phelan, but there's 2 that are 100% financing, no money down. One's the VA. The other one's the USDA, which I want to get into it with you, FHA, and the conventional programs, which is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. But you're looking in Phelan. There is a program on the table that you do not have to be a veteran to qualify and to apply for this loan. It's called the usda-rd, Rural Development Program. I'm going to have a longer video at the end of this short video so you can get into detail about the USDA program. It's not for everybody. There's income limits, there's debt ratio limits. That's why I'm going to explain on the other video and the particular areas on where these are available. So here, you need an address. So get with your realtor and find an address that you're looking in the Phelan area. And also you have surrounding areas like Pinion Hills, Wrightwood, Oak Hills right here. But you put an address in here, you press go. I found a property that is currently on the market right now that it says this address is located in an eligible area for USDA. So everything that is not shaded, all this part here are shaded, are not approved for USDA. These areas are Pinion Hills, Phelan, Wrightwood, all these areas, Oak Hills, all the mountain communities, obviously. But the reason I'm doing this video for Phelan is that Phelan, out of San Bernardino County, of all the cities, San Bernardino County is the biggest county in the United States. Not the populous one, but the biggest one. Phelan, 2 cities, Phelan and Montclair, had the most activity with sales increase year over year. They didn't have as many sales, but they had the most sales with the increase of sales year over year. It had 11% increase, where a lot of these cities in San Bernardino County had a lot of sales but decrease in sales. So something's going on in Phelan right now that a lot of people are moving there. I can probably contribute to affordable housing. Hopefully they found the USDA program to be able to purchase a property with absolutely no money down, or there's a lot of new build. I know Phelan has a lot of available land up there that a lot of new builds are probably going up there, and this works on new builds as well. So you're looking in for Phelan. Check out this other video that I have tied into this program. It's about, I think, 10 minutes long, and it goes into the USDA program a little bit more in depth. But look at the USDA program in Phelan, California, in San Bernardino County. Thank you very much for taking the time out. All my contact information is below. Please give me a like, a comment, a share, a thumbs up that you didn't know about the USDA program. Now that you are informed about it, let's explore that program for you to purchase a property with absolutely no money down for the down payment. So give me a call, check out the other video, give me a like, share, and a thumbs up. Thank you very much for taking this time to watch this video, but check out the USDA program.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for finding me when you're searching something about purchasing a home with no money down, a good interest rate, no money for the down payment is the program we're going to talk about, called the USDA. Now the USDA, everybody relates that to the meat. It's part of the United States Department of Agriculture, called RD, Rural Development. They have a program that will lend to qualified home buyers to be able to purchase a property with absolutely no money for the down payment. You can come in if you want for the down payment, but there are several caveats to this program. You have to buy in a rural development area. In those areas, I printed them out and highlighted some of them in San Bernardino County: Adelanto, Big Bear City, Big Bear Lake, Blue Jay, Cedar City, Cedar Pines Park, Crest Line, mountain communities, Daggett, Foskin, Forest Falls, Green Valley Lake, Hellendale, Joshua Tree, Lake Arrowhead, Landers, Lucerne Valley, Latto Creek, Morongo Valley, Needles, Newberry Springs. These all sound out of the area that you may not look into, but if they're close to, something you may want to explore and purchase a home in these particular areas. Also, Phelan, Pinion Hills, Pinertown, Rim Forest, Running Springs, Sky Forest, Sugarloaf, 29 Palms, Twin Peaks, Wrightwood, and Yucca Valley. And there's a couple more in there, smaller cities out in the rural area of San Bernardino County. But those are some main ones that you may want to possibly explore. Now, these are owner occupied onlys, cannot be second homes or investment properties. So you got to purchase these properties as your primary residence. So kind of some of the a lot of the mountain communities in San Bernardino you can look at, Crestline, Big Bear. So if you're looking for the mountains, let's talk about the USDA no money for the down payment program. Here's a site that you're going to start with. Now, I'm going to put the site in the link below so you can just click on it. It'll take you straight here. Right here, you're going to see that property eligibility. You want to accept. And that's what that's going to do is you need an address. So I'm just going to give you an old address that I've used before just to have a pinpoint. So it needs a starting point. So if you have an exact address of a property you're looking for, go ahead and put that in the search bar and press go. So all the shaded areas are not in the approved lending area for the USDA here in California. So Yucca Valley, 29 Palms, you see all these areas, Desert Hot Springs, all these areas right here that are not shaded, that are in white, those are the approved areas, or green. So the unshaded areas, these are the mountain communities. This is all approved USDA lending area. So you've got to purchase a property that's in an approved area. And once you pinpoint an exact address, it's going to pop up like here, it says it's not approved. If you have a property that you're looking for in Lake Arrowhead, it's going to say this property is approved. It's going to be green, and it's going to say it's an approved property because it's in that lending area. So that's step number one. It's got to be an approved lending area. No money down, so 100% financing. There are income limits, and these income limits have shifted. Obviously, over the years, they have gone up and not have gone down. I don't want to give you what the income limits are specifically right now, but they're really high because when I'm doing this video, they may change. So the underwriting guides change, but they're pretty healthy. They're in the high, depending on the county, they're in a high $90,000 range all the way up to 100 and low $100,000 range. So something to look into, something to review. So if you're making $200,000 and there's two of you, you're not going to qualify for this program at time I'm doing this video. The income limits may increase. So credit scores cannot have anything in the 500, 620 or better. Obviously, higher the better. And like I said, the guidelines change. I don't like to say they're 620 and above because they may drop to a 580. They may go up to a 640. So my disclaimer is call me. The approved lending areas also change, but these are up to date constantly. You can go on the site's a public site and look at the property to make sure it's an approved lending area in San Bernardino County of California. But the guidelines will change when it comes to the debt to income ratio, the income limits, the credit score, and sometimes depending on population, that's how the areas are designated to be approved or not is per the population. Okay, as population grows in a specific area, when the census comes out, they may change that an approved area to non-approved because there's a lot of people living in that area. So that's based on the census. Every 10 years it will change. But for right now, as I'm doing this video, here are the approved areas. And you can just scroll out and you can see all the approved areas in California. You can see all these approved areas here, but you got to know if you want to live out there, that's the whole thing about it. You got to call me to talk about the guidelines, but this is easy. You can go into and say, I found a home in this particular area that is approved. Okay, let's talk about getting you pre-qualified to purchase on the USDA home loan program with no money down for the down payment. The one thing that is great about, well, there's tons of great things about the USDA, but the one best thing about it is there's no money down for the down payment. So it's 100% financing of the purchase amount. The other thing is if you purchase a property and you go into escrow at $300,000, just using a number at 300, and the appraisal comes in at 310. So the appraisal value is $10,000 higher than what you agreed to purchase it at 300,000. At that particular mark, you can finance that closing cost. So that $300,000 appraised for 310, we can take that extra $10,000 and finance your closing costs. So essentially, all the stars and lines and the moons are there. You can purchase the property with no money down, and no closing costs. You will have some outside fees, such as the appraisal fee, uh, inspection fees, if you're going to go that route. But those are the only two fees you're going to have: is the home inspection, termite, flood, mud, mold, and all that. That's going to be up to you. But the home inspection is not required, but highly recommended. And the appraisal, we got to do an appraisal, and that's paid by the buyer. So you can purchase a property utilizing USDA program in the approved areas for about $1,000. That is for the appraisal and for the home inspection. Now, but remember, the stars have to align. That appraised value has to come in higher than the agreed upon purchase price. We can finance your closing costs. That is a huge benefit of the USDA purchase program. No other purchase program allows you to finance your closing costs within the mortgage, regardless of what the appraisal comes in at. But the appraisal has to come in higher than the agreed upon purchase price. So if you are looking to purchase a piece of property, very limited on funds for the down payment and the closing costs, look at the USDA. Now you got to buy in a specific area. You see all the shaded parts here. If you're looking in San Dimas or Pomona or Ontario, you can't qualify for this program, regardless if you meet the income requirement or not. USDA will not lend in there. This pen that you put the address here must say that is an approved lending area. So you can go all the way down to, a street. So if you're looking in, um, let's go out here in like Cherry Valley area, Beaumont, this is way up in the hills up there. So it might be a little difficult to find a home. A lot of homes up there. But Desert Hot Springs, look at this. You can go all the way down to streets. Look at that, down to the streets, and it's going to say it's an approved area. So you got to find a home if you look in this particular area. But start here. I'll have the link below. Find an address. Just get a pinpoint on what you're looking at. But as of right now, as I'm doing this video, you can see all the shaded areas are not. So if you're looking over here in, Coachella, Thermal's not that far down, but it's far. Mecca, that's all approved out in this particular area. If you want to purchase Anza, Lake Riverside, um, Winchester, Homeland, Nuevo, Lakeview, Mead Valley. That's all in Riverside County. But going back up to San Bernardino County, you can see this Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, Morongo Valley. All that stuff is approved in the USDA area. So if you're looking in this particular sector of California, then this might be something to look at. But if you want location, which is the best to do anyways, then you can see this USDA program is not going to get approved because of the shaded areas. So the mountain communities, desert communities are going to be your best bet. But this is approved throughout the United States, throughout California, throughout the county. So it's not just limited to San Bernardino. So check out the USDA home loan program here in San Bernardino County. I rattled off some of the cities that are approved, and this can change as I'm doing this video. Some it's based on the census every 10 years. Some of the cities can come on, some of the cities can go off. They can expand it, they can shrink this just based on population. But right now, where house prices are at, as I'm doing this video, it's location. If you want the best locations, you're going to pay for it. So if you're working from home, if you are okay with the commute, if you have a short commute, if you have a job change and you want to purchase a home, then the USDA is one of the better programs that's in the approved lending area. So all my contact information is going to be below. The company I work for is approved doing the USDA program. We're very knowledgeable about the USDA program. Obviously, there's more guidelines to it that we got to talk, fill the application out, and discuss the USDA guidelines to make sure you're approved. But the first step is, where do you want to buy a house in California? And then you got to pick, heck, I want to buy in Morongo Valley. Perfect. Let's explore the USDA program. Now, if you want to buy in San Bernardino, then we're not going to be able to do the USDA program unless you're willing to drive up to the mountains. So that's another option you can do. If you're looking in San Bernardino, maybe go to Running Springs, Arrowhead Heights, Rim Forest, Sky Forest. Maybe that's something that you want to look at. Crestline's another great area to drive down the mountain. If you're working in San Bernardino, then this is an affordable place to purchase, is in these mountain communities if you're commuting to San Bernardino. And then we'll talk about Riverside County on another video. But my name is Nathan Rufty. I'm a mortgage loan originator. If you're looking to purchase a property with limited funds for the down payment and closing costs, and you want to purchase an approved USDA lending area, I want to connect with you and talk to you and explore this further. I look forward to speaking with you.